record to the cloud, and mute you all. Okay, guys. Oh, Zoom's been updated, I think. So yeah, thank you so much for coming along tonight. It's lovely to see you all. Yeah, you can see that my mat's not aligned, and I've got all my crystals that I charged at the full moon all around me, and I was thinking, oh, from when I did my practice earlier, and I thought, oh God, I better straighten up my mat, I better move my crystals just to do this recording. And then I thought, why should I have my mat really aligned, and why does everything have to be a certain way? You know, we're all a bit messy sometimes, and I'm not meaning about being messy. It's like we feel messy. Why does everything have to be so structured? So I thought, okay, I'm gonna rebel against myself and have my mat squint. And I think that this is kind of where we're at with this Scorpio full moon. I don't know if anyone else felt the intensity of it last night, the night before, and the night before that. It's been really culminating in a lot of energy, and then yesterday Pluto went stationary because it's going retrograde today. When a planet stations to move backwards or forwards, we really feel it. Pluto is basically the lord of the underworld. So any darknesses that we've got going on for us, or anything that can trigger us, or anything that we've maybe not resolved, can show itself. And in the full moon illuminates and lifts the Maya, the veil of illusion. So here we are in Scorpio, isn't it very intense as it is? Loads of stuff. So I really felt tonight's class, it's really going to support that energies, and there's a little bit of restorative in there. So make sure you've got like stuff to prop yourself up. But we're going to flow. And we're going to move in our bodies and challenge ourselves if we want to, because we have to have that strength and let go of fear as well. But we're going to work with anahata chakra, the heart chakra. It's about love, compassion, forgiveness towards others and ourselves. So in the full moon, we need to practice forgiveness and gratitude. So I think this coming into the heart center is it's a great thing to do. But then sometimes if you're really all open in the heart, you can make decisions based upon almost a codependency type thing, where it's like, oh, you don't want to hurt anyone, and you don't want to do this. You want to make wise choices. So you need to connect in with Vijna Maya Kosha, your inner teacher. So we work with our third eye, our sixth chakra, ajna chakra as well. And so I think connecting them two tonight, a lot of time I would connect, Manipura, our courage, our personal power, to our heart center, or your second chakra and your heart chakra. They can kind of really be interconnected as well. If you're in a relationship that's not going so well in the heart way, but you can bring it in other ways from the second chakra. So you can maybe have a closed heart chakra, but a really overactive second chakra, and vice versa. So really listen to the energies in your body tonight. So it might not be things going on for sixth chakra or your fourth, your heart chakra. There might be other kind of things going on for you. So just practice mindfulness, listen to your body, give your body what it asks you for. Okay. We're going to work with the goddess Bhujangasana. So this is a goddess that I don't work with very often. It's more a goddess that I would work with by myself. I don't really share this one so much because it can sometimes be a little bit heavy. It's a little bit dark, but we're in that energy, and there's always the tale of life. There's always a positive within any negative. So we have to embrace the darknesses to find the light. in a sense. So she's the goddess of sacred space. She's the creatrix and the mother of worlds. She's the giver of grace to all things. And, you know, so we invoke her when we want the peace that arises, when our consciousness expands infinitely. So we're kind of on that journey just now. Where do we need to be? What do we need to do? What do we need to let go of to get us to where we need to be? There's a lot of deep shite going on for us all right now. So I really felt, let's call that goddess in. She can clear the way and help us. So this is about identifying ourselves with the earth and all living things. And I really think that's important right now too. It's about the capacity to hold space for yourselves and others, to dissolve your differences and create at the highest level and accept your own humanness as part of divinity. And it's about the experience of full embodiment. So the feeling this, the felt sense of your own body as sacred. So that is going to be part of your Shavasana tonight, working with this goddess. Okay, so let's begin. We're going to start off with a fifth chakra, heart chakra, and it's not fifth chakra, heart chakra, fourth chakra, anahata chakra practice, a flow practice. So it's going to involve some back bending. Now, this chakra is the only one that's kind of comes out horizontally, in a sense that it involves the arms as well. So it's almost like we're coming in and hugging ourselves. So give yourselves a hug right now. Close your eyes and hug yourself and connecting with your breath. We all need a hug sometimes. Just sink into your heart center. Just feel the oxytocin kicking in. Relax your jaw and your shoulders. Just allow yourself to be. And ask yourselves tonight, where can you be more loving to yourself? So how can you be more loving towards yourself? So we're going to practice ahimsa as well. Okay, kindness towards ourselves, non-violence. So releasing your hug. So we're going to work with a mantra that's related to the heart chakra. This is also related to the thyroid and the thymus gland as well. And the thymus gland is related to our health as well. So it's really important too. So we're going to, the mantra is Hugh, but we're saying it. I love doing all this weird stuff with you guys. So, because I know you, it's fine. You know, if it was a bunch of people that don't know me, they'd be like, who is this weirdo? But anyway, I practice these things by myself, you know, always before I teach. And, you know, my neighbors, like they can see, they walk past and they can see me, and I was going, ooh, earlier today, so I think I've scared my new neighbors. Anyway, so we're going to say the mantra Hugh, but we're saying it a more high-pitched sound than we normally would, a bit like my gran. Ooh. So, but we're also tapping this part, so it's in between the heart and the throat. So it's like your sternum area. So it's a tapping. The same time we're saying the mantra, you. Okay, here we go. You. You. One more time. You. And close your eyes, releasing your hands down. Just connecting to that energy. Feel the vibrational frequency of your heart center. Feel your heart opening, accepting, releasing. Okay, so we're gonna stand up now. I move my block here, and we're going to start off by just rolling your arms around, but you're going to try and incorporate your back here as well. So you're opening up in this thoracic spine, working with your breath. And round the other way, maybe as if you're doing butterfly. My granddaughter is so excited. She's going swimming with her mummy this week now that the swimming pools are open. Couldn't think of anything worse. Hate swimming in public swimming pools. Each to their own. And then from here, interlace your fingers and press your hands up to the sky. Okay. From here, you're going to stretch your body. You're going to stretch to the right, but look up to the left and breathe. Keep the extension through the spine, finding your breath. Inhaling to come back up, and then going the other way and looking up to the right. Nice deep breaths. Gently releasing. From here, we're going to do a little bit of gentle back bending. So you can have your hands either the back here, or if your hands allow, you can stretch and support your spine here. I'm not going to take my head all the way back. And I would suggest that you guys keep a slight tuck of your chin as well, Jalandhar Bandha, so we don't allow the prana to go shooting into the head and make our mind agitated. So we're going to keep a slight tuck on the chin here. So with your breath, you're going to allow yourself to come back and just really feel the breath into the heart center and make sure that you can still breathe smoothly here. Inhaling to come back up and just feel the difference after that, after a back bend here. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Inhale to open up in the chest and exhaling to fold forward. Bend your knees if you need to right now. Take your arms over and smooth out the breath. So I think everyone should have their knees bent here. Just breathing into this nice shoulder opening. Gently releasing your arms. And then inhale to come halfway up, lengthen through the spine. And then exhale, stepping into downward facing dog. From here, inhale, come forwards into plank pose. And then you're going to drop your knees, drop your chest, and just stay here. I'll move back so you can see me. So it's really stimulating this heart area. So your bottom's up to the sky. And then dropping your hips down. Inhale, coming up for mini cobra, shoulders are back and down. Imagine there's a magnet pulling your heart forwards. And then exhaling, curling your toes under, pushing back into downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg all the way up to the sky. Exhale, bring it forwards. Drop your left knee, take your arms all the way up to the sky, crescent moon. Inhale to open up in the heart. Exhale, hands to heart center. Releasing the hands, curl the toes under, coming into plank pose, dropping the knees and the chest, coming into this heart opening position. It's not a very ladylike position with their bottoms up in the sky, but that's all good. Who cares about ladylike? That's the patriarchal society trying to train us to be nice. Drop your hips. Inhale, come up into mini cobra or full cobra. Sorry, I realised I didn't put my proper top on. I'm a bit booby again tonight. Curl your toes under, push up into downward facing dog. Listening to your body. Where's your energy at now? Inhale, lift your left leg all the way up the sky. Exhale, bring that foot forwards. Drop the right knee, arms all the way up the sky, opening up your heart. Inhale and exhale. From here, hands at either side, curling the back toes under, coming into this plank position. Exhale, drop the knees, drop the chest, staying there, being aware of your heart center. And then gently dropping down your pelvis, inhaling to come up into Bhujangasana. Curling the back toes under, pushing up into downward facing dog. From here, you're either going to look forwards, bend the knees and jump in between your hands, or you're going to walk in between your hands. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Hands into heart center. And then coming into Sadasana. And just feel the prana move through your body. Okay. From here, you're going to get we're moving into Garudasana, eagle pose. So get your right leg, cross it over, and wrap it round your left leg if you can, or you can just cross it over. Dipping your hips. And then from here, your right arm's coming underneath the left arm. And from here, what we're going to do to really, so if you don't have shoulder issues, you can take the arms a bit higher and a bit further away. And also, if you don't have back or shoulder issues, you can come forward and try and squeeze yourself towards your legs here. So we're really trying to open up the shoulders here. Inhaling to release. Checking in with yourself, feeling the difference. Feels good. And let's do the other side. So left leg's crossing over, bending the knee, wrap it round if you can. And then you're taking your left arm under, lifting up the elbows if you don't have shoulder issues. You can either stay here, engaging Mula Bandha, or some of you might want to come forwards tonight and really squeeze into your body here. Inhaling to release, coming into Tadasana, checking in with yourself. The energy starting to flow. From here, inhale, take your arms up. Exhaling to fold forwards. Inhale, come halfway up, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, stepping back to plank pose. Coming down to chaturanga if that's available to you. Inhale, coming into cobra or upward facing dog. Exhaling to downward facing dog. From here, inhale, lifting the right leg all the way up the sky. Exhale, bring the foot forward, swivel the back foot, bend the front knee. Moving into Virabhadrasana 1, warrior 1. Inhale to lengthen through the spine, exhale to draw the shoulder blades together. So inhale to lengthen, exhale, draw the shoulder blades together. Keep going. From here, reaching back, interlacing the fingers behind your back. Inhale to open up in the heart and exhaling to fold forwards. Try to bring your head towards the instep, lifting the arms. Inhaling to come all the way back up. Feeling that energy rush. Hands either side of that front foot and push back into downward facing dog. Listening to your body. Inhale, lift up the left leg. Exhale, draw the foot forward so it's in between your hands. Swivel the back foot, bend the front knee. Bhujangasana 1, so heel to heel, hips are square. Really press down the outside edge of the back foot, front big toe. Inhale to straighten the arms. Exhale to bend the elbows, drawing the shoulder blades together. So inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bend. Keep going. This is really working the intercostal muscles. If anyone's been feeling really lethargic, this is going to help oxygenate us and give us that kind of boost. And it will help us sleep. Interlace the fingers behind your back. Inhale to open up the heart. Exhale to fold forward. Bring your head towards the instep. Inhaling to come all the way back up. Hands either side of that front foot and push back into downward facing dog. Just checking in with yourself now. From here, coming down into tabletop position here, okay? So what we're doing is we're going to inhale to lift that right arm up, open up the heart. Exhale, take the arm through into a thread the needle pose. Okay, so inhale, lift that right arm up, open the heart. Exhale, bring it through. So we'll do it a couple more times. Just in your own time, in your own breath. Then, when you're ready, you're going to settle into thread the needle pose. So this is actually stimulating the heart and lung meridians in yin yoga. That's what this does. You can either stay here or you can take that left arm behind your back and try and hold on to the right inner thigh to give yourself a little bit more of an opening in the chest area. Just really listen to your body, find your breath. Then releasing that left arm if it's there, and then slowly coming back up. And checking in with yourself. Yeah, that's a good feeling, yeah? So from here, you're going to inhale, lift up the left arm. Exhale, thread it through. Inhale, lifting it up, open up the heart. Exhale, thread it through, keep going. Then when you're ready, you're going to stay there. So either just staying there, enjoying where you're at, feeling these meridians being stimulated, or you're going to take this right arm behind your back and just reaching for the inner left thigh. Just breathing into it. Okay, gently releasing. Again, slowly coming back up onto your hands and knees, listening to your body. So the next pose is actually called anahatasana. Anahatasana. So it's a heart opening pose. So taking your arms forward, you can have your forehead on the ground, or if it's available to you, you can come down onto your chin. If your head doesn't come down, that's okay. So it's really breathing into that heart area. Your bottom's up to the sky again. Opening up in the shoulders. Connecting in with your breath. Inhaling to come back up and sitting back on your heels, arms down by your side, into Balasana, child's pose. So breathe into your belly. So feel your belly rising and falling, stimulating the parasympathetic nervous system. Bringing some calm in. So you're kind of bringing in some sympathetic nervous system stuff to make us feel invigorated. We need a little bit of that in our lives. So the next part to this is you're going to come onto your head, hold onto your ankles, and you're actually just going to hold onto your ankles and go the sidey way so you can see. And it's stretching out. There's not many postures that really stretch out your scapula. So it's like you're trying to roll onto your head, hold onto your feet, and pull. Your arms are helping with the pull of the scapula. Breathe into it. Okay. So slowly coming back up, and from here, we're going to move into the posture that makes us radiant, apparently. So you're going to take your right leg and lift it up and take it over the bent left knee. If you want to use blocks or cushions, that's fine and dandy. Listen to your knees and your ankles. Make sure you're not sitting on your knees, your ankles here. Then you're going to take your right arm, up to the sky and take it down your back, and the left arm's coming underneath. Just so good. Thankfully, I was in the bath before. I don't have spiky oxters. You know, seeing as I forgot to put my proper top on. That would be feeding you. So inhale to open up in that right armpit. Exhale. Let go of anything you're holding on to you don't need anymore. So feel a slight engagement of Mula Bandha, your pelvic floor muscles. Draw the navel back and up, Uddiyana Bandha. Tuck the chin in slightly. So it should be Treta Bandha, all three bandhas held together. So inhale, open up with your whole body now. And exhale, just let go. Releasing the arms, and let's have a little bit of fun here. I'm lacking in fun in our lives right now. Well, I don't know about you, I am anyway. So we're moving to the left and turning round your mat till you get to the front, and then the left leg's on top of the right. Yay! Don't worry if it didn't work out for you. It's life. It's just good fun to have fun. So listen to your body. Put your props underneath you. It's not cheating. Lifting that left arm up to the sky. Take it down your back. The right arm's coming underneath. So imagine that invisible string pulling your head up to the heavens. So your head is not coming forward. You're going to try and lean back a little bit. Help to open up in the shoulder area. Engage Mula Bandha, seal your leaky vessel. Inhale to open up with the body, and exhale to let go. Gently releasing. From here, we're moving into Virasanas. This is just prepping us for our apex pose here. So coming down, and if your knees, your ankles say no thank you, listen to your knees and ankles because they're having something to say. So you can prop yourself up here. So your heels should be at the outside of your body here. You're not sitting on them. That's thunderbolt pose. We're being heroes, hero pose, okay, Virasana. So you can either stay here lengthening through the spine, or you might want to, we're not going to go into full Supta Virasana here, but some of you might want to come back on your elbows, trying to keep these thighs together. And again, we're opening up in the chest, keeping a slight tuck of the chin again. So a lot of yogis were practicing back bends, they throw their heads back and prana shoots up, Sushumna. It goes right up into their mind and agitates it. So we want to contain the prana. We're wanting to contain it and build it in our hearts tonight. We're moving into a little bit of 6 chakra stuff as well later on. So hopefully I've got time. Okay. And then slowly coming back up. So we're going to have a little bit of fun now. So make sure that we're going to work with dolphin pose, but then if you want to, we're going to move into one of my favorite poses, which I don't teach often because it's not often you have a wall, but we've got wall tonight and it's fun and it's fear releasing. So if most of you have walls, hopefully, but it's whether you've got walls that you're not going to go through or anything like that. There's no clutter. So, but some of you, Pinchu Mayurasana might not be your thing. Okay, so we're going to begin with dolphin pose. Now, some of you might want to work with dolphin pose, having a block and putting your hands like this, so that you've got this. Making sure that you've got that right alignment to keep your shoulders steady. But you know, it's a lot of very flexible people, a lot of my flexible students, when they do Pinchu Mayurasana, when they come up, they go like that. So just trying to keep your arms parallel. Okay, so taking your hands onto the ground and then curling your toes under. And then inhaling to lift your hips up to the sky. So feel that opening in your shoulders. You can even walk your feet a little bit closer. There's a slight tuck in the chin here as well. Engage the bandhas. Find your breath. So this is great for opening up the shoulders, but it's also for strengthening them and giving them stability. I've got unstable shoulders. One of my shoulders came out of the socket in a car accident. So I practice some shoulder stability type things just to stop it from popping out. So sorry, hopefully I didn't make anyone queasy there. Slowly come down onto your knees. So you can either repeat that, or I'm going to go this way, go over to move some of my crystals. So if you want to move into Pinchu Mayurasana here, what you're going to do is your hands, fingers are next to the wall, and your arms are parallel. So make sure your head's off the ground and your forearms, your hands and your elbows are on the ground here. When you do come up, you're going to move your head, and your head's going to be like Bhujangasana, cobra pose here. Okay, so first of all, we push up into dolphin pose. So some of you are going to stay in dolphin pose, and that is perfectly fine. Some of you might just want to lift one leg up, or lift the other leg up and play around with it. Some of you, I'm using a wall here so I don't go flying across my living room. So you're going to come all the way up, and so Bhujangasana, chest, and breathe. Slowly coming down, guys, into Balasana, arms down by your side. Just feel the prana moving around your body here. We're really building a lot of prana around the heart area. Okay, coming up Sit on your bottom and give yourself a little hug. I don't want to release your back too much because we're going to do a little bit more of back bending. Okay, so and be aware that back bending can release emotions, but that's healthy. There's a lot of emotions going around right now, and a lot of people think, oh, I better suppress them. It's okay to have a wee cry. Sometimes you cry with laughter too. Crying with laughter is great fun. So lying on your back now, we're going to move into Setu Bandhasana, okay? Bridge pose. So arms down by your side, your chin is tucked in. Inhale to lift the hips up, and you're going to try and internally rotate the thighs tonight. And then interlace the fingers underneath you, tuck the shoulders in, and press the arms down into the ground. Keep lifting up with the hips, breathing into the chest. This is a great one for balancing the hormones, balancing the thyroid systems. It's a good one for working with the 5th chakra, communication chakra too. Lift the hips up a little bit further just because you can. And then slowly and gently releasing down. Staying there, listening to your body, checking in with the prana you've just created. So you're either going to repeat that, or some of you might want to join me with Urdhva Dhanurasana, the wheel pose. Okay? So it's the same legs. We're trying to have an internal rotation with our legs. So it's the same legs, but then you're going to take your hands over. Your fingers are pointing towards your shoulders. And as you push up with the hips, you're going to push down with the hands. And remember to breathe. So nice deep breaths. And whatever posture that you've decided suits you tonight. Listen to your body and breathe acceptance into it. Slowly releasing down. And just again, listening to your body. And then from here, draw your knees in towards you. And then as you inhale, you're straightening your legs and taking your arms over your head. Exhale, take your arms down by your side and bend your knees. So inhale, straighten the legs, take the arms over your head. And keep going, just do this a couple more times. If you do quite a dramatic back bend, you don't want to go into severe forward bends. You don't want to spasm your back out too much. This is a gentle release. And then draw your knees in, give yourself a wee hug, and rock yourselves up. Okay, so moving into Janu Shirshasana. So legs out in front of you. And take that left foot to the inside of that right thigh this evening, not the right foot. Flex the right foot towards you. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to fold. So because this is a twist as well as a forward bend, this is a great way of helping to neutralize the spine after large back bends. So try and work that left set of ribs towards the right inner thigh. Keep the chin tucked in. With the inhale, lengthen through the spine. With the exhale, let go. Inhaling to come all the way back up. And then we're going to do the other side. So take that right foot to the inside of your left thigh. Flex that left foot towards you. Inhale to lengthen. And exhale to fold. Just breathing acceptance into where you are tonight. So I'm not doing the full expression of it because I'm still recovering from SI joint injuries. So I've just got to be aware of twists and wide-legged forward bends right now. And Janu Shirshasana is one that may exacerbate unstable SI joint. Inhaling to come all the way back up. Take your legs together and we're moving into Pashimoto. After asymmetry, it's good to bring some symmetry in. So keep the feet flexed towards you, inhaling to lengthen, and then exhaling to fold. And again, breathe acceptance into where you are tonight. So don't worry if your hands don't touch your toes. Don't worry if you need to bend your knees. Just make sure you're not holding tension, you're connecting to your breath, and you're breathing acceptance into where you are. With every exhale, just let go just a little bit further. Inhaling to come all the way back up. So coming into a cross-legged position. So we're going to move up into the awareness of our sixth chakra, our ajna chakra. And this is relevant to your wisdom, your intuition, and your psychic abilities. So if you've got an open heart, it's good to be in tune with your intuition so you can make the right decisions that are heart-based. So we're going to do a little bit, and it's relevant to any sinus stuff, eye stuff, maybe nose ring stuff, you never know. But we're going to do a little bit of eye yoga. Okay, so we use our eyes so much, but we take them for granted. So first of all, you're going to rub your hands, get some heat created there. Try not. Well, you can make farty noises if you really want to. Make farty noises. And then pop your hands over your eyes. And imagine you're sending healing energy into your eyes, into your brain, into that third eye. Sending healing. So the midbrain is where your sense of self is. So you're healing your sense of self. Releasing the hands down, and then from here you're gonna look as far to the top, to the sky as you can. And remember to breathe. I don't want any purple faces. Keep the spine long, and the jaw relaxed. Now take your eyes all the way down as far as you can. And then as far to the right as you can, breathing into it. And being aware and mindful of if there's any parts of this that are difficult for you, if you have any realizations here. And then take your eyes to the left. One side normally tends to be more dominant than the other. Breathe into it. It can get quite achy in your eyeballs. Okay. Then from here, get your finger in front of you, and you're going to look at your finger, like focus on your finger in front of you, and then look as far away as you can. Then focus on your finger in front of you, and look as far away as you can. My neighbors are really going to think I'm a Fruit Loop now. Okay, and then you're going to take your eyes and do the biggest slow circles you can around in a clockwise direction. Slow and steady all the way around, round the other way. And then again, open your hands, sending that healing into that area. Big deep breaths, breathing in through the nose and breathing out with a slowly releasing the hands down. So to be intuitive, we have to be not scared, or we have to be in a good place, in a sense that we have to be open. So we're gonna close down the session by doing some restorative. So just a couple of poses. So if you've got a bolster, that's fine, but if you've got lots of cushions or blankets, grab them. And the first one we're going to work with, we're not staying in these poses for too long. You're going to come to the side. So taking your left hip to the side of your pillows, your bolsters, your cushions, and then you're turning. Right, I'll go back a little bit. So your hips against it, and then you're turning your body around to lean on this bolster. So some of you might find it comfortable to look to the left, but for me, because I broke my neck at C6, my neck says no thanks. So really, you're just going to find your expression of what feels right, and you're just going to commit to your stillness, get nice and comfortable. So it's a bit of a twist here as well. So you're wringing out the organs. You're letting go of any stagnancy. Again, we're letting go. We've opened our hearts, and now we're ready to let go. So let go of any breath control, no Jaya breath. Breathe into your belly. Know where you need to be, nothing you need to do. Slowly pushing yourself up, and let's try the other side. Okay, so taking your right hip right up to your pillows or your bolster, your whatever it is, and then you're reaching over, and if your neck allows, because it'll really give you a big twist, but you can go look to the right. But for myself, it just doesn't work that way, so I look to the left. So find your expression, make sure you're not holding tension, and just let go. Breathe into your belly. It's nothing to hold on to anymore. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. You're a perfect expression of who you are. Everything in your life has led you to this. There's so much more to come. Okay, slowly sitting yourself up. Now, the last posture, you can stay in it for Shavasana if you like, but we're going to come into it for just now. We're going to, it's soaked up by the Kanasana, but you can support yourself in it if you like. So some of you might just want to lie down into it if you don't want to, if you want to come into the full one. I like to set up a little, I've got some blocks underneath my bolster here, and so that I'm actually raised up a little bit here, and then you can have your feet together and just allow your heart open. Some of you might want to, if we're doing restorative here, you don't want to have your arms straining down, so probably like some cushions, come into like an armchair position. But we're not staying in here for really a long time unless you want to stay here for your Shavasana. You can even, if you've got yourself propped up, you can straighten out your legs and just keep yourself supported in your armchair position. I'm going to leave you in some silence just for a couple of minutes here. Every exhale, allow yourself to let go. So from here, you can either stay in the position you're at or move into another position for Shavasana, just allowing yourself to get comfortable. So we're going to invoke the goddess of the worlds, Bhujangasana. So we open up the back of our hearts in this practice. So we've been working really with the front of our hearts. So this is the back of our hearts. So with your breath, bring your attention into your heart, the center behind the breastbone, and feel that in the very center of your heart is a space. And within this space is a small, warm, glowing sun. Bhujangasana is often associated with the sun, the life-giving energy of the cosmos. So inhaling, let the mantra Hrim drift into your heart. Exhaling, allow it to drift out through your heart. Hrim. After a time, sense that there's a softening or an opening in the back of your heart. So inhale, letting the mantra Hrim drift into your heart. And as you exhale, allow it to drift out through your heart. Feeling the softening or the opening in the back of your heart. So with the inhalation, allow your attention to flow through the back of your heart and sense that behind you is the great Akasha, the golden, blissful spaciousness that is Bhujangasana, the source of the cosmos. The breath flows into the spaciousness at the back with the sound Hrim. Flowing back through your heart with the sound of the mantra, it infuses your body with particles of spacious Shakti, pulsing with awareness, freedom, and love. Now imagine yourself breathing in your own thoughts, breathing them into your heart and through the back of your heart into the spaciousness of the goddess at the back. As you exhale with the sound Hrim, feel that the blessing energy of the goddess flows into your thoughts, creating auspicious energy in the space of your mind. When you are ready, inhale any feelings of lack, physical or emotional pain, anger or grief through your heart into the goddess space behind you. And exhale with Hrim, breathing her blessing, light and spaciousness into your emotional discomfort. If it helps to have a concrete image to work with, imagine yourself breathing in hot, dark energy and allowing it to dissolve in the goddess at your back. Then breathe light back into your own mind. Now, imagine another person who is suffering from the particular pain or emotional difficulty that you're experiencing. Feel that you breathe in her or his pain and offer it through your heart to be dissolved into Bhuvaneshwari's energy at your back. And with the exhalation, breathe Hrim, filled with spaciousness and blessing, into that person. After a while, begin to consider all the people in the world who might be experiencing that particular pain. Breathe their pain or emotional discomfort into your heart and offer it to the vast spaciousness of Bhuvaneshwari at your back. And breathe out the mantra Hrim, allowing it to flow into the bodies of all these beings. Do this till you feel the natural connection between yourself and these other beings. The taking and sending practice is all about connection. At the least, it can show you that the emotions and even the physical pain you experience do not belong exclusively to you. Everyone has them. The anger isn't your anger, even if the reasons for it and the tale you tell yourself about it are unique and personal. The anger is the anger, a universal flavor of feeling that sweeps through everyone from time to time. And as we recognize its universal global quality, our own personal anger story becomes less compelling, less ours. Anger held in the open embrace of Bhuvaneshwari dissolves into a particularly active and assertive form of energy. Grief, dissolved into the spaciousness of the goddess, becomes soft-heartedness and compassion. The sense of loss becomes compassion for all the losses that life brings. They are the emotions and pain of all beings. Just as Bhuvaneshwari is the Shakti who manifests all life from within herself, she is also the Shakti who can contain and transform the inevitable suffering of being alive. As the energy of spaciousness itself, she can draw apart the pockets of density and contraction inside your consciousness. She can expand as your awareness and reveal that you are indeed capable of holding the world in love. To feel the natural connection between yourself and all beings, and just let go. So bringing yourself back into the room, connecting into your breath, feeling where your body's lying on the floor. And you can begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes, stretching your arms over your head, away from your body, stretch your feet away from your body. Pull your knees in, give yourself a wee hug, rolling from side to side to loosen off your sacrums. Rolling onto your right side into recovery position. And then gently and slowly coming up to seated position, placing your hands in Anjali Mudra. Giving thanks to our hearts and all the love within it. And taking your hands up to your third eye and honoring your inner teacher. Connecting into your intuition and taking that intuition back into your heart center. We're going to end with an Om. Here we go. Namaste. Thank you for practicing yoga with me tonight, guys. It's been lovely to see you all.